14 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And taken down just shy of the 40. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That's my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Get set.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Niners at 4-6 now on the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Watch out!
Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Watch out! Yellow.
Now Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pitch it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You look at this Niner defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
A very good punt for a 16-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be a third and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Well, that's caught downfield by Kittle. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned an ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the play fake. Spencer. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramirez. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Get set, get set.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Out of the gun, Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Ramirez. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back to throw, Purdy. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Spencer.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one way if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
From the gun on 3rd down. Spencer.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Purdy looking to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got this down a yard. Too shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
At the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's Purdy.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield. Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Back to throw again. Here's a diving catch right side. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
18,
The first carry here for Jordan James.
And across the trunk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Jordan James, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners add 6 to their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
Seahawks 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Spencer.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Looking to throw. Spencer. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Seahawks 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Get set.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. That goes for a gain of 31.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
Again, that's Watkins. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Get set. It's yellow. Watch out.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The kick by pass is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Spencer. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Off the play fake, Spencer. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Michael Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Spencer. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
From the gun on third down, Spencer. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Purdy off the play fake. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 4 yards out. And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Looking to throw. Spencer. Smith and Jigba with a grab. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Spencer. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage and just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
The open man is Clark, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
from the 23. Here's second and a couple.
Operating from the gun, Spencer. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Off-play action. Spencer. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Off the play fake. Spencer. Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and goal, Seattle.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba taking it in. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next the score, Niners 46, Seahawks 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux Messer up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. A throw left side for Pearson is complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Purdy now to throw.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Get set, get set.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And he's got his man on the out route.
And the Niners are going to A first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
33, Seahawks 21.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Got a man. It's Kayshon Boutte.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Spencer.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he gets it down to the 32.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. He finds Smith and Jigba.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
18. That's another Seahawks first down.
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. You get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 2nd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the 49ers are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about this all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
18, what's up?
Throwing here, Purdy. He had a man open, but missed him, and it's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold it to no gain as the clock runs.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Second and 11. He's going to let it fly.
Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Michael Williams
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for San Francisco, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.